Hey everybody, it is time to do my hobby goal wrap up. Of course, I'm going after the one and only Michael Jordan rookie card, the real one, the legit one, not these reprints, although I really like the reprints. If you haven't caught the story yet, at the beginning of the year, my buddy gave me this one. He's like, hey, do you see anything funny about this? He's like, this is for you. I was like, well, it's missing the fleer. And he's like, here you go. I'm like, all right, dude. And I'm like, oh man, how amazing would it be if you had one of these for real? And then I'm like, dude, look at all this gray hair. Just do it. Just go get one. And I'm like, I feel guilty. I feel guilty about spending that kind of dough on a card. And I set out a goal to creatively pool some money together so I can get myself a Jordan without throwing it on the old credit card. Because I figure if it's free money, then it should be guilt free, right? I think it's like a credit card pass. I don't know. So here's the deal. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to quickly talk to you about the sales from last month to try to figure out how the market's trending, where I fall, and then I'll tell you about how I'm doing on my goal, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so let's get started. October, they're on October 19th, a PSA 1 sold. These are all eBay sales, and I'm only looking at PSA just to make it apples to apples comparisons. So October 19th, a PSA 1 sold for $2,305. There was not one sold in September, so I don't have anything to talk about how that one is trending. A PSA 2 sold on October 22nd for $2,300. One sold in September for $2,400, so that's a $100 reduction. That's going in the right way. A PSA 3 sold on October 23rd for $2,287, which is interesting. I mean, the 2 and the 3 sold for basically the same price, but I thought that was interesting. A 3 sold last month for $2,500, so that's a $220 reduction. It might be just that whoever snagged that 3 got a good deal. A PSA 4 sold on Halloween for $2,700. That's awesome. Keep your candy. I'll take my Jordan. But that's one sold in September for $2,900, so that's a $200 reduction. Pretty sweet. A PSA 5 sold on October 27th for $3,550. One sold last month for $3,599, so that is a $50 reduction. Again, trending in the right direction. A PSA 6 sold on October 20th for $3,975. That's a chunk of change. But one sold last month in September for $3,900. So it's actually a $75 increase. A PSA 7 sold on October 27th for $4,550. One sold in September for $4,599, so a $50 decrease. This was interesting. So there are 2 PSA 8 sales that caught my attention. One, a PSA 8 that sold for $4,850, which would be a steal of a deal. But did you see where it was coming out of? It was coming out of Singapore. So red flags on that one. So that might have been why it's so cheap. Because you just got to be really careful. I mean, you already have to be super careful with stuff that you're getting here, but it's coming from overseas. You just got to wonder. You got to wonder if it's worth the risk, but that's super cheap. If it's real, if the slab's real, if the card's real, if that's legitimate at all. Another one sold on October 27th, the day before, for $7,405. That sounds a bit more in line. One sold last month in September for $7,500, but it's still a $100 reduction for the month. For grins, a PSA 9 sold on October 6th for $15,300. One sold in September for $15,750. So that's a $450 reduction. And I did not see any PSA 10s. Hey everybody, I'm back. Okay, gonna do the financial wrap up of how things are going for my actual pot of gold that I'm gonna use for my MJ. But first, hey, are you streaming Old man game. All the cool kids are doing it. Just throw them all in the background, let him go. He's getting so close to his hours. Man, just growing together. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to get him to his hours so he can go ahead and monetize and just complete that. Just accomplish something. Like I'm trying to accomplish something. I'm not there yet. Okay, so let's do it. My big ones are right now swag bucks, which I did not do very well with last month. One, because I didn't buy a lot of stuff online through them, which is, I like because it's an extra cashback. Because what happens is if I need stuff like for my wife's craft area or whatever, so I'll go through, and it even works in some, like when I buy stuff for Sam's, like food and stuff, and they have it delivered, whatever. But you go through Sam's or through Swagbucks, link to Sam's or wherever, order it there, and then you're good. And what happens is Swagbucks is going to give you a percentage back. Plus, my credit card gives me a percentage back too. So I'm sometimes getting, 2 to 3 to 5% back on my credit card, depending on what it is. And then Sam's will come around and give me an extra 1 to 7%, depending on what it is and the time of the year. Like Christmas time shopping and around holidays, they usually bump it up because they're trying to take advantage. Like I bought a bunch of stuff for the yard through Home Depot and Lowe's doing the same deal. So it's just extra cash back. But instead of using that cash back for other things, I'm saving it for my MJ. But anyway, that's just one way I use it. I just didn't do a lot of shopping, I guess, last month. And I didn't make a lot playing games. So I'm actually on a game right now. It's kind of like Farmville. That's the best analogy I think I can come up with or comparison. But it's like a 2-month long game or 45-day long game. And then at certain increments, they'll give you swag bucks. And if I get all the way to the end, if I accomplish the end goal, I think I would have earned like an extra $250 just for playing a game. Not bad. But I do like that they give you like little incremental bonus swag bucks, so you don't have to just hope at the end that you're able to do it. Anyway, it's not a bad game. It's certainly done worse. So not a lot on swag bucks in short. My bank interest is getting now 41 cents a day. So I got another $20 or something last month there. I cashed out a couple of the credit card cashbacks and put that into the bank. And my eBay sales weren't great. I did 200. Oh, yeah, I didn't do very well on eBay. Let me see what I got. Let's see how I did on eBay. Like, Justin, do you have a spreadsheet for everything? Yes. Only $163 on eBay. And that's not going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. So for the month, added $261.62 with everything combined. Stinks. I'm starting to feel like every time I do my wrap up, I feel like, Justin, you're never going to get there. But right now, my total is $3,969 and a quarter, which puts me in like the PSA 6 range. Right, I get a PSA 6 for that, but I need another based on last month's sales, I need another $3,400 to get an 8, and that feels like at this rate this is going to take another year, and that is not how I thought this was going to go down. I don't know if I have another year in me. I'm ready to just knock it out. But I gotta stay patient. I know, Brandon Jensen's like, just shut up, Justin. Stick to it. Just keep grinding. And that's what I've been preaching the whole time. Stacking nickels. You'll get there. But you're right. I gotta just do it. But anyway, that's how I'm doing. Can I do a special shout out to Cody over at Where'd You Get That? And Gaiatron. Sorry, went blank for a second. You hooked me up. You used my referral link with the swag bucks, and I really, really appreciate that. So That's helped me out a lot too. I really appreciate y'all doing that. If you happen to not have used Swagbucks before and you want to get in on that, I've been doing it for years. It's awesome. But I'll put my link down in the description. Help a dad out. I appreciate it. And then I'll also link my other videos where you can see all the little side hustles I'm doing. But my big ones, again, are eBay, Swagbucks, credit card cashbacks. And my caveat always is be careful with your credit cards. Do not spend money you can't pay off immediately because the interest rates are killer. Do not fall into that trap. That's it. So I'm not going to preach. That's it. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm done. Here's my wrap up.
Game at 89, and Ewing wants the ball and gets it. Bennett on a bounce. Woo!
Now this is defensive awareness. Michael Jordan knows what's going to happen. Wow, is he up there?